Hey guys, welcome back to Bar Exam. I'm your host, Allie Rayner, and I'm here with my amazing co host, Mr. Eric G. and Mr. Marcus TV. Say hi, guys.
Yo,
What
yo,
up?
yo.
So, this week, in honor of Valentine's Day, I was honored with picking the best hip hop love song of all time. So I had to go with, well, basically, I got to do this right. Coming before the bar today is LL Cool J's Hey Lover. So basically, I picked this song because it's all about love, obviously, and because it was just so fucking smooth. Like, I totally understand now why ladies love Cool J because honestly, this song was just romantic, but at the same time, it was like sexy and chill. And I feel like I kind of had to do like a throwback kind of a song, not like, the obvious Drake song or something like that, just because, I feel like LL kind of set the stage for some of like our most favorite artists like Drake because he definitely had a vibe with like adding in like, the hip hop with the R&B. Like I love that he had Boys to Men on this song. So we can dive in a little bit deeper as to so we can see what I mean about all the sexiness and the romance going on. So basically, okay, so I like his first verse. He basically talks about he sees this chick and they catch eyes or whatever, but she's got to do. So he's saying like it was Harlem at the Ruckus. I saw you with your man smiling, huh? A Coach bag in your hand. I was laying in the coop with my hat turned back. We caught eyes for a moment, and that was that. So I skated off as you strolled off, looking at them legs. Goddamn, they look so soft. And then that's when like boys and men come in and they're like, so fine. And you're like, ooh, like, wait, hold on. Like, what's going on? At least I was. And then, in his next verse, he talks about like he's been thinking about this girl. So he says, and I've been working out every day thinking about you, looking at my own eyes in the rear view, catching flashbacks of our eye contact. Wish I could lay you on your stomach and caress your back. I will hold you in my arms and ease your fears. I can't believe it. I ain't had a crush in years. Hey, love. Like, and then, boys and men come back in and they're like, hey, love, hey, love. Obviously, I do not have a good voice like Boys to Men, but you guys get the gist. He gets real sexy, real grown on him, and Boys and Men just backs him up. So that's why I had to pick this song. I hope my co-hosts agree. What do you guys think about LL Cool J's "Hey Lover"?
My man LL was hating, bro. My man
Yo.
LL was hating, bro. In that first verse, that whole first verse is pure 100% hate. Besides, he drank too much and smoked too many blunts.
I might have skipped that one because that one
LL was
isn't super duper, the sexiest line. Especially because like I be smoking blunts, so I was like, let me just skip that part. But you're right, he kind of was hating in this song, just a little bit. But I still feel like it was like vibey, it was sexy, it definitely was like LL, like you understood why ladies love Cool J, So I feel like this song really, really showed that off. They showed that lover boy side of him. What did you think, Marcus?
I like LL more for this song now that I did a deeper dive into the lyrics. LL was a stalker. And he got that. I don't know what his sign is, but it's some real big Scorpio energy because he said, I see you at the bus stop waiting every day. So that means I've looked at you at this bus stop every day. Your man must think it's safe for you to travel that way. So like I know you got somebody, but it ain't safe. That means he's just a lame nigga. But I don't want to violate your relationship because bitch, I care. So I lay back in the cut with the crush. That's a trip. Now that not you like, damn. Like that's not even stalkerish. That's kind of cool. That's like
Yeah.
like yeah. But then this this is where it gets a little it gets a little dicey for your boy. I still can't help me from having daydreams. tonguing you down with all this vanilla ice cream, kissing you on your thighs in the moonlight, searching for your body with my tongue, girl, all night. LL off the bus? You gonna tongue this bitch down with a transfer on the bus?
I cannot stand you, Marcus. I
Yeah,
love how you guys took this sweet,
because
lovely song and made it very, very creepy and stalkerish.
it's
But
not creepy, but Boys to Men ain't say nothing about watching you at the bus stop. Some man, let see. I don't want to put too much personal business, but let's just say some man sees you out there, car hood up, stranded on the side of the road. He's like, "Oh yeah, I saw you stranded the last 3 days. Now you got something new to drive." You be like, "Oh, how you know?" And then you be like, "No, for real, how you know?"
yeah, you got a point. You do have
That's
a point.
that's stalkerish. And then he be like, "Oh yeah, you cute." And then he tells you, "I want to kiss you," and y'all come on with a vanilla. You gonna do the whole little dreamy. Oh, oh my god, you're so crazy.
Okay, just like I think that it always is a good rule that like you can only say these things if you look like LL Cool J or Drake or you know what I mean. So yeah, like if LL Cool J says this shit to me to any woman, I feel like it's going off.
So it's not stalking if you cute.
I
Is
feel
it?
like a little, just a little. It's still sexy, you know. If LL Cool J was out there like, look, I'll give you a ride, or like your man's a bum or whatever, I would be salty because I'd be like, yeah, you were watching me, and the fact that you know that I have a man is a little bit weird, but I mean, it's LL. Like he's just so smooth, and then he got the Boys and Men. I think that Boys and Men really helped this song a lot. They make this like they said it's just this is more than a crush. They talking about hey lover, they're not like hey my stalking fantasy or something. You know what I mean? So I think he meant good things with this. I think he had good intentions with this song, and then in the end he saves it. Like he saves himself because he says that like he's gonna leave it alone.
What else is there to do after you lick the inside? What I mean, I've licked your insides with a on the moonlight
Just
at the
daydreaming.
bus stop.
He's
What
just
else?
daydreaming about these things. So I think he ends up deciding to let it go. Doesn't he say, okay, yeah, so things got a little bit extra towards the end. He said, like, we experienced pleasure unparalleled into an ocean of love we both fell, swimming in the timeless currents of pure bliss. Like that's kind of fire though. You gotta say, like, this is poetry. This is definitely poetry. Fantasies interchanging with each kiss, undying passion unties our souls. Together we swim until the point of no control. But it's a fantasy that it won't come true. We never even spoke, and your man swear he love you. So I'm gonna keep all these feelings inside, keep my dreams alive until the right time. Hey lover. So,
I'm gonna
he did the
repress my
right thing
stalker
in the end.
energy. I'm gonna repress my stalker energy until it's the right time to unleash it, and then just let it all out full force. I just know if it wasn't LL Cool, it's either LL Cool J or Law and Order Special Victims Unit. It's one of those. Like that. Either she gonna go one or two ways. She gonna be the extra for LL, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, it's LL. Or you gonna be like, where the fuck is Benson and Stable?
Definitely doing LL, and then second, yeah, because man, like this was when he was in his prime, baby, like, whoo. So yeah, obviously, I'm definitely gonna take old school LL, but the new one fine too. He cool on the show as well.
He cool.
he cool. What do you think, Eric? Do you think that he saved it? Like, he pulled it all back together and he made you realize it was just a fantasy.
I mean, he still threw a little hate in there at the end. You never spoken. Your man swear he love you.
He swear he love you.
Swear
so
he does.
Alone. That's what he's saying.
Yeah. He still threw in a little hate there at the end, but it's a classic. So he wrap it up. Boys to Men being on the song definitely helps, because I think if it was just him and he didn't have the nice harmonies in the background, it would sound just a little I don't know,
Yeah.
but again, it's one of those classics. So yeah, he definitely saved it at the end. But yeah, he was my man's LL was.
I feel like this has to be mentioned. You
Hmm.
know, we're gonna of course say LL, and we're gonna go down as one of the greatest, and it is, like you said, a classic. But it's only because we are forbidden to say Robert Sylvester Kelly.
Oh, really? So, what song would you have picked?
No, I'm just saying we can't mention him as an artist. No,
Oh,
we'll
I
get to,
see.
hey, yeah, we can't mention any of his like the lyrics and songs. We can't mention that. But it's an honorable mention still. It's because like so LL Hey Lover is there, but that little 4 bars that LL threw was nothing compared to what Robert could do.
Yeah, but we had to pick a hip hop song, so
Yeah,
that's
I
why
know.
you know.
Robert could do hip hop.
Well, I mean, yeah, I agree, but I
Yeah,
feel like he's always been R&B. But I mean, Robert, I guess we should
yeah.
get a couple bars here and there.
He had some bars. So we
Yeah,
can't mention
okay.
him, but he does have an honorable mention.
All right, I feel that. Well, okay, so we've already examined our feature song of the show. So now we have to move into Swear to Tell the Truth. So for this segment, we basically expose different songs that we didn't know the full meaning to, or maybe the lyrics exactly. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper into different selections that each of our hosts have picked. And so, do either one of you guys want to do the honors with your song?
Yeah, I'll start it off. So for mine, I picked Snoop Dogg Beautiful. And I picked this one personally because this was just like one of those records back in the day when I first heard it, like one of those R&B records that was probably one of the first songs that I remember when I like really first started liking girls, that this would be the one that I would associate like with the certain girl that I liked. Like it would be
Aww.
like even when like he would like Snoop would like break stuff down in the lyrics. Like I even like how he did that because like he's like he basically takes the whole verse to just like kind of introduce the record, like where he's like that. I know you gonna lose it. This that new Snoop shit. Come on, baby boo, you got to get into it. And just basically like having a little fun, like introducing himself. Then he goes on in the verse and he's like describing what the girl looks like that he likes. He's like little cutie looking like a student, long hair with your big fat booty, like all that shit. Like that that type of shit just like reminds me of like the like when I first started liking girls, like I would picture the girls that I would want to like that I actually liked in my head for
Aw.
this type of song. So that was why I picked this one. And then this was just one of those records back then where it was like it was Snoop and Pharrell, like they wasn't missing
And
like at all. So
seriously, I wish they would give us another one because that shit was so fire. Anytime that they link up, honestly, anytime Pharrell does anything, but I love this song. I'm so glad that you picked this one for real. I think that anytime it comes on, everybody knows it's a classic. It's a vibe. It's always a good time. So really good pick. I like it. Marcus, what was your pick?
So I didn't have a song, and this was a little fucked up because I couldn't pick one, and
Mm.
I didn't want to go like I know we was just trying to stay hip hop, but I wanted to still do rap, but I wanted to pick somebody who was like just outside of the box for rap, and I picked The Weeknd because The Weeknd has had some bars that have just been out of this world, but it's also because The Weeknd was high as hell too. Like he was on, like he had, like
I know you're going that way.
because like you when you listen to The Weeknd, you like, oh my, like it's a no skip and it's a vibe. So like if I'm, if I got everything laid out. I got the flowers, the roses, the music, and I just want to put on a station that's like, cool, I'm gonna put on The Weeknd. And The Weeknd is gonna give me 4 to 7 songs and minutes and hours of just continual vibed out that you can like have a good night to. Cause like if you got all the romantic shit, right? The flowers, the candies, you didn't worry like the little lacy shit. And then like Club Godzilla comes on in the middle of that. That's worse than the fucking O'Reilly's commercial. You know, you like You like, I just want to lay you down, and then you hear Club Godzilla. You can't like no, it's that's a mood
No,
killer.
not a
But the
vibe.
weekend has no mood kills. The weekend works.
Yeah.
So
Those first three weekend tapes, it specifically too. Those first three that he came out with, like before, like he blew up. Those first three weekend tapes are that was when he was really, really getting his shit off.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
it was safe to say I, we can't say it now, but we can definitely say it then. The weekend put Canada more on the map than Drake.
What? How do you
Yeah,
say that?
You
I
see
would
what I'm not
Really?
yeah.
clearly not now. Not we can't say that
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Now
But
but
back
then
then,
back
Canada got no like there was nobody for the only thing we liked about Canada was the time when Vince Carter was a Toronto Raptor. That's the only time anybody gave a damn about Canada. No one else cared. And then the weekend was like, oh okay, Canadian, and then then
yeah,
there was but yeah, not before, not now, because Drake is that
it's
the other
Drake.
crazy thing about them back then is that they were linked together, but they weren't like Drake was never claiming, "Oh, this is my artist." They
yeah.
were always just like linked. So nobody ever really knew like, okay, what is he? What is he? Like what is his next move? Because nobody really like he never straight up was like, "Oh yeah, I'm signed to OVO." So
Mhm.
that was a very interesting time because you could kind of say that at around that time they were both putting each other on.
Yeah, you could. I can agree with that. I could agree with that 100. Yeah.
Yeah. And I like that you picked the weekend because he has a ton of songs that, are love songs, but he also has a ton of like breakup songs, and so I think this is a good one that like even the people who are like single out there or going through something, like they can listen to the weekend and like still have a nice vibe. You can listen to the lyrics or you can just kind of like vibe out and not even really think too much into it. It can still play well in either situation. So I guess you're right. I guess you are right, Marcus. The weekend is a good choice for
Now let me
Valentine's.
know when Valentine's hit, if the weekend was played for you.
Then you know that yeah, maybe you might be heading down breakup city soon.
Nah, you ain't gotta be breaking up. It's either break up or cookies and apple juice.
Okay.
Yeah, you either gonna break up or I'm gonna get your cookies and your apple juice.
Cute. I love it. Well, so for my song for Swear to Tell the Truth, I picked Biz Marquis's Just a Friend. So
Oh,
right,
school.
like it's a classic. I feel like it ties in the whole love theme that we're doing here, but I also like that when you go back to the lyrics, I don't know, I feel like I just realized that I think that like you first think about Just a Friend, you kind of think about obviously this original version, but you also think of like Mario's version where he's like, saying that like
Mm.
he's just the friend or something like that. So I think that like for me, like I think I mixed up the meanings of them growing up and I kept thinking that like both songs meant basically the same thing, that he was talking about like that they are the friend that this girl is saying or that she's talking about, like, oh, that he's just a friend. So but then like you read Bismarck's verse, his actual song, you actually read the verses and stuff and you're like, oh no, like he's talking about she has a nigga, she has a boyfriend, and she's saying like, oh, this nigga's just a friend, so she can get on with Biz Markie in the moment. And then later he goes to visit her in college and he realizes that, oh no, Playboy, that's not just her friend. So basically, so you it starts off like this. So he says, he breaks it all down. He's talking about where do I even start? Because it's like a very long freaking song. So it's like, I was just on stage dripping, pouring with sweat. I was walking through the crowd, and guess who I met? I whispered in her ear, come to the picture booth so I can ask you some questions, see if you're 100 proof. I asked her name. She said, blah, blah, blah. I took a couple of flicks and she was enthused. I said, how do you like the show? She said, I was very amused. I started throwing bass. She started throwing back mid-range. But when I sprung the question, she acted kind of strange. Then when I asked, do you have a man? She tried to pretend. She said, no, I don't. I have a friend. Come on, I'm not even going for it. This is what I'm going to say. You got what I need. You say he's just a friend. And you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you. So I kept thinking that, for the longest that he was referring to like her saying that he's just a friend of his. But no, the entire time he's been talking about you know how like girls nowadays they'll be like, oh, that's my brother, like that's my cousin, you know what I mean, that's just my friend. That's basically what he was saying the entire time. So
That's the homie.
yeah, that's the homie. Exactly.
Now,
So yeah,
this is
he
gonna be
just,
unfair to you,
I feel like he
Allie, because
just
you're
coined
the
the
only
term.
chick.
Huh?
I said this is gonna be unfair to you, Allie, because you're the only chick. But you see how long women been playing games in the friend zone. When was
He
it?
was so right.
How long was
Like,
this song ago?
Right.
like Biz actually had to make a whole song about it. Like, yeah, I didn't
For
realize.
over 40 years, women been putting niggas in the friend zone. Oh, that's just my friend. That's that's your that's just
But that entire time, a lot of men have been happy to be in the friend zone, because if they're lucky, they end up like the nigga at the end of the song who's just a friend. But Biz walks in on them doing a lot more than just being friends and doing homework. So
Yeah, if
Has
they're
anybody successfully managed
words,
out of the friend zone
apparently this nigga did.
besides this nigga?
I don't know if a lot of people have, but apparently this one did.
Mm.
So maybe
uh,
there's hope. There's hope for the guys out there who have been friend zoned. Maybe.
You will not. Yeah, I will not let that be a quotable. I will not. I will not let.
now,
I will not let our producer
What's
chop
your
that
What's
up.
your
That
advice
there
then
is
for the
hope for
fellas?
niggas in the friend zone.
edit that out.
Yeah, I will not let that be a quotable. That you in the
Okay,
friend
so
zone.
what's your advice then, Marcus?
If you in the friend zone,
Yeah.
shit, get some money and call Camp Lejeune. Shit, man.
Basically, don't end up like this.
Yeah,
Don't just
you gonna have a
go out
class
sad.
action lawsuit against the friend zone. That's what they gonna say. Have you been a part of the friend zone? Did she tell you that you were just the homie? Did you, if you have, that's what the fuck's gonna happen to you.
Either way, it sounds like you got a claim. Either she put you in the friend zone, or she said that you were just a friend. Either way,
Yeah.
or she said that her friend was just a friend. Either way, it sounds like you got a claim. So
Yeah.
take Mark's advice. Maybe have him as your lawyer next time you're seeking, punitive damages or whatever. But anyway, guys, we got to finish up this little episode with our favorite segment, Finish That Rhyme with Eric G. So basically, Eric is going to kick some lyrics to us, and me and Mark is going to team up and try to finish that rhyme. So, Eric, take it away.
Cool. All right, keeping in with the theme, let's go with an old hip hop love classic here.
Okay.
All right. I just want to chill and twist the lie. Catch stunts in my 745. You drive me crazy, shorty. I need to see you and feel you next to me. I provide everything you need, and I like your smile. I don't want to see you cry. Got some questions I gotta ask, and I hope you can come up with the answers, babe. Girl,
Girl, it's
easy to
either
love
you
me,
love me now, you love me if I
love me
was
if
down,
I'm down.
And
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 how
I,
how
would you
could
still
you still
have
have
love
love
for me,
for me? Oh, that's such a
girl?
this
good
is swole 50
song.
Cent.
Yeah.
Yes, 50
This,
Cent, 21 Questions.
Come on, man. Come
this,
on, man.
Yes, such
I
a good
like
song.
how, what's crazy about this song? Like, I like how in that first verse, like, I don't know what made him think of Century and Mentally, but the way he broke that down. If I fell off tomorrow, would you still love me? If I didn't smell so good, would you still hug me? If I got locked up and sentenced to a quarter century because I count on you to be there to support me mentally. Like, what? How did he come up with that, right? That was so crazy. But yeah, that's
For
what
real.
this is like, this is one of them ones that when this comes on, like this still comes onto the radio to this day. And this song is like over 20 years old at this point.
Dang.
50
Is it
Cent.
really?
20 years. It's 20 years old this year, I think, actually.
Go back to the lyrics, Shane. We got can we put the lyrics back up? Either way, 50 Cent cares about your mental health.
Yeah.
Could I count on you to be there to support me mentally?
Mm-hmm.
That mental we have, we have went so far, black men needing mental health. And here was 50 Cent breaking the ground, being the ice, being a trooper for the cause, a true champion for black men's mental health.
Gotta love it.
With a G Unit wife beater on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has there been another rap song like this where they asked questions throughout the entire verses and like every verse was a question? Has there been another one like that? Because I can't think of one.
Really? Not that I
I'm
can
sure,
think of.
like it is if you go down a rabbit hole, because I don't want to just say
Right.
no, but it's nothing that I can say like really offhand like that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Very
Pull it off
creative.
so well too. That's the better part, is to pull it off in this great way. Like, no, I can't think of anybody else that from start to finish pulled it off like 50 did.
Yeah.
Oh, why Jadakiss? That's true. Why Jadakiss? That's another good one.
That is a good
So
one.
I will say this: no hit has. Why Jadakiss wasn't where 21 Questions like a prominent single radio
Right.
hit. So it was there that it was pulled off, but not to the level of I don't even know, single.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And then the other reason I picked this too is because this was, to me, back when there was still like a lot of good storytelling elements in music videos.
Yeah.
Like, if you remember,
this video was dope.
he starts the video from the end and then rewinds it back all the way to the beginning, and then you see how he gets like arrested and all that. Like, you literally whole entire story. So that was another thing for me. Like, you see the entire thing play out in real time, like the song is in real time. So yeah. Questions. This is one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah, I love it. It's definitely a classic. And like you were saying, like it really was one of those songs that like lyrically made you think and like made you kind of vibe out. And I love that he was asking questions that, like kind of made you think like, has he been in this situation before? Like these are, obviously some of them are just like goofy or whatever, like somewhat like a fat kid love cake or something like that he says at the end or whatever. Like I always love that line. But I never realized, like just hearing it now, like with you breaking it down and stuff, like, I didn't realize that actually had a little bit of meaning behind it. Like, these are things I'm sure that people would really want to know. Like, would you have my back and would you support me mentally? Like if I was down and out. So like, definitely a classic, definitely like creative. So good choice for real. Thank you so much, Eric. And that's it for our show, guys. I hope that you guys really love this episode. Be sure to check us out every Monday for a new episode of Bar Exam. We will see you guys on the next one. Bye.